What's good? What's good? What's good, folks? It's a brand new episode of PD&J. What is good today? I am your host, Jay.
And I'm your host, Pocket. Welcome in, folks. Welcome in. Come one, come all. Let's see them go. Let's see them ball. Except for the Lakers.
The Lakers are out of the playoffs, period. There's no hopes that they can make it in the playoffs whatsoever.
Oh, my gosh. I just figured something out.
What's that?
Guess what the Lakers and the Wizards have in common?
They're not going to the playoffs.
And they both had Russell Westbrook.
Wow.
All right, folks. You know what? That was my one for today. First, I want to start off. Shout out to my family. We had two big things that happened this week. Y'all know what that means. Those of you that are family first with love. We'll get through this together. Hell, we're family, aren't we? We'll get through this. Positive, a lot of positive, some negative still. Still having fall back from Homeboy, right?
Yeah.
From the Men in Black. I guess we would have had one of them things from Men in Black. We would remember this. We would have bad memories, as my son would say. Bad memories.
Bad memories?
Rememberies. Yeah, remember. It's not his memory, it's his rememories. So yeah, we would have bad memories, if he had that little blinky thing from Men in Black. But hey, it is what it is, dealing with the fallback. And again, you know what's funny? They can't get the Oscars, the Academy Award can't even get the story straight. I mean, come on, let's talk about that. They can't get the story straight. They said, oh, he was asked to leave.
No, he wasn't.
Come to find out, no, he wasn't. Y'all, once again, Oscars being the Oscar, they trying to get their own award for best lie to the audience goes to. So, hey, it is what it is, right, folks? The truth will come out.
So, what do you think? Because at the end of it, there's a thing out there or a video out there right now that's circulating in regards to the video of him and Chris Rock and Will Smith embracing and hugging one another and everything else like that. What do you think about that?
Man, all right. So here's my problem with that. It makes it look like conspiracy, but you know what? I mentioned this last week. I'm going to go back to it. What has been done? You have now divided the Black community. I'm just going to say it. You divided it. Half of them saying, I would defend my woman. And then the other half saying, you can't get on stage and do that. Again, comedians, tap in. Let us know. I still want to know. Don't you want to know? Is there a point where you don't do that, where you don't talk about people's family or something with comedy? I don't know. I don't know if there's a handbook or some sort of, what do you call it, a non-disclaimer?
A manual?
Yeah, something y'all got. If so, can y'all share? I mean, share. Now you have to share the whole thing. Just share, a couple of the rules or unwritten rules or whatever it is. I mean, let us know, because we don't know.
And since we're talking about award shows, how about those Grammys? Worst ever as far as rating wise. They said that was the worst rated Grammy in the history of the Grammys. So what does that say? Do award shows mean anything as much, such as the Grammys, the Oscars, and different Academy Awards?
First off, I don't watch it myself. I haven't watched one in years. Second thing is, they took hip hop out of the Grammys. I'm just gonna say it. Your number one go-getter, your number one music you hear on the radio, I don't care what you say, worldwide is hip hop. Worldwide. Not just here in the United States, worldwide is hip hop. You cut them out of the Grammys. Best rap album got cut out. Chance the Rapper, which I've heard a lot of rap, and that wasn't the best I've heard. So I'm just gonna put it out there. That's commercial, and that's what it is. The Grammys are commercial. That's why I used to love the BET Awards, because it felt more realistic, because the people that won were the ones that actually deserved to win.
Well, you even brought up the BET Awards. Let's talk about that. You just said it yourself. You used to watch them, so it's not like you watch them as frequently anymore.
I don't watch shit at all.
See, so you're actually leading into my point in regards
because the day it is. I mean, that day, Sunday, I'm watching sports, whatever. I'm a sports guy. That's what we watch. Or we're watching family shows. I mean, It is what it is, man. Like, if you want to get people in the seats, you better put what they're listening to on the radio, man. I watch, you know what I watch more than anything else? The New Year's Eve shows, because they're always popping.
Yeah. So we do have a comment from Tiffany. She basically says the Grammys suck.
Hey, don't we all agree? We can all agree with that. Raise your hand. Oh, raise your hand. I agree. You know what? They suck so bad. I couldn't tell you who won an award besides what I read. And then, you know what the big thing is? People like to watch the red carpet shows. Guess what? I don't even watch that. I don't care what you're wearing. I'm not going to go pay $16,000 for something you got donated to you. Nope, not going to do it. Not a fan of it.
So where do we go from as far as the Grammys? What should they, or any awards for that?
You know what they could do? They could do kind of like iHeartRadio. They throw a whole festival with their best picks, their favorites. Why not do that instead of just doing this award show? Just do that. Just do a concert, a 3-day concert where you put not even with the top 3 nominees or whatever, how you want to do it. Y'all figure it out. Just do something like that instead of doing this award show that is of the past. Nobody pays attention to it. Nobody cares.
Well, at the end of the day, I think a lot of people don't pay attention to it because it's not fan based at all. Like
that's why I said throw a concert. You throw a concert, you get the fans involved. The fans get more involved. Then you're gonna get them more back into it. You can, hey, you know what? And the Grammy winner for Best Hip Hop Artist this year, Kendrick, and now performing Kendrick Lamar. Bam! Guess what? I watch that. I go to that. Hell.
Interesting. Folks, what are your thoughts on that idea? As a matter of fact, we got a couple of bills we got to pay. We'll just be right back.
Who's ready for some fun? Who enjoys a podcast where the host speaks about what's on their minds and doesn't hold back? PD&J, What's Good Today, is an open format podcast hosted by Pocket and J-Dub the King. Let's talk about sports. Let's talk about music. Let's just have an interesting conversation. If you have any topics for us to discuss, email pdnjmediaproductionsllc@gmail.com. Tune in to PD&J What's Good Today every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Facebook and YouTube Live at J-Dub the King.
And welcome back, folks. Welcome back. So when we were about to go to break, we were talking about the Grammys, had a couple of comments that came in. One saying it is now too long and drawn out. I actually agree with that. It's too boring, too methodic. It looks like a lot of people are just going through the motions. And it's not pure. It's not authentic anymore.
What do you mean? They are reading from a teleprompter what they're supposed to say? Is that what you were talking about? It's not like their jokes are on the teleprompter and they have to keep going with them. Wink, wink. Oh, wait, I'm not supposed to say that part.
Lord Jesus, help us all. Help us all.
But hey, you know what? That's nature. That's what it is. There's no what's the word I'm looking for, folks? Come on here. Help me out.
Authenticity?
Personality. That's what I'm looking for. Authenticity, yes. But I'm thinking there's no personality anymore because they are so in tune with that. I don't want to mess up because they're not going to invite me back if I don't read this off the thing. That's what it boils down to. If I don't read this off the teleprompter, people ain't going to tap in.
Yeah, well,
guess what? I don't care if you do or you don't. I ain't watching it. I don't care.
I mean, the whole thing of why you have me presenting or performing or whatever is based off my personality to begin with. So I would think that you would want me to have a personality. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Yes, maybe it is just you.
Okay, the joke is dead. Other than that, Pocket, so how have you been this week? I know you've had a lot going on.
That's going to be no comment. I don't want to bring... Things have been good. Actually, I take that back. My family and I, we went to the World Wildlife Zoo.
I was hoping you would bring that
And
up.
you know, I got to talk to these two birds.
Wink, wink.
I got to talk to these two birds, and you know, they're on my hand now. I don't know if there were a couple or not, because the one on my left hand was, my family could attest to this. He would, anybody that came near him, he was, get away from me. I'm eating my apple. He wouldn't even share with the one, and the one, I mean, he shared for a little bit, but after a while, he just took that apple and moved it around. Like, no, my hand is only so big, but he moved to the other side where the other bird couldn't get it. So I had an apple in the other hand, and the bird went over there like, well, forget you then. I was like, oh, what's wrong with y'all? I was counseling these two, trying to figure out what's the problem? Why aren't y'all getting along? Don't tell me it's the pandemic.
See, if you would have had your hat on, it probably would have worked. You needed your helmet.
No, my translator.
Yeah, the helmet.
Yeah, but it was amazing. But you know, it was nice, calm, relaxing. A lot of fun too. A lot of fun. Got to see the new white tiger they have there. It was beautiful. It was still pretty young. Didn't have his stripes or her stripes. Was it here? I don't know if it's a he or she. Didn't have the stripes yet. It was still coming in. And then the Bengal tiger was beautiful. The Bengal tiger from Cincinnati. Yeah, Bengal tiger from Cincinnati. Beautiful. Unlike the team.
Well, I'm glad that you had an amazing week.
Now, what about you? What did you do this weekend? Any more travels?
Actually, I'm glad that you brought that up, Pocket. So we have a first that we're doing for you guys. Check this out here. We are putting on a Rock the Mic showcase. All right. So any comedians, any R&B artists, any spoken word, any poets,
Or unspoken word.
that want to showcase your talent,
Or non-talent.
hit us up on our email, info@pdnjmediaproductions.com. Get more details. This is expected to be a sold-out event. So yeah, get your tickets. Come laugh, come enjoy yourself, enjoy good music, good food, good entertainment. It's going to be a blast, and it's going to be on June 25th.
Or bad entertainment. See, what you're doing, you're limiting the type of people we can have here. We can have untalented people. They just won't get on stage. But they can be there. I'm not slighting anyone. I told y'all I am an all-inclusive person. I'm including everyone.
June 25th in the Phoenix area. If you're local in the Phoenix area, it's June 25th.
Or the 25th of June, depending on how you look at it.
At the Elks. So that's what I've been working on this past week. So I do want to get into trending or current events.
How current do we want to go?
I got to give a shout out to the families in Sacramento. Another heinous.
Time out. We said we were not going to talk about that. However, I'm glad you didn't bring it up. I wasn't going to even go there, but you brought it up.
It was just something it's that particular incident that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like 3 people got arrested already.
And more to come.
More to come.
Because now they're saying it may have been a gang-related violence.
So the whole thing about it is now we can't go out and have fun.
Oh, we can go out and have fun. I'm still going to do it. It's not going to stop me. It's not going to stop my thunder. I didn't live this far on earth living in my house scared. I'm not saying you should either. But what I am saying is be more aware of your surroundings. If you see something popping off, don't be, oh, let me get my phone out. Get the hell out of there. Get out of there. Keep looking over your shoulder, but get the hell out of there. If you're with someone, get anybody in your party, get them and go. That's all I'm saying. You don't need to sit there and, I can't go to so-and-so. They got shot up. No, because guess what? The place that got shot up is going to have more security now than they did before.
You would hope so. In some cases, they don't.
And I'm not going to say security. I'm going to say there's going to be more police presence in that area. Because guess what? That was right near where the Sacramento Kings play, not far from it, a couple blocks away. So now it's going to be increased presence. So yeah, I'd go back. Hell, they might even make it more advantage for you to come back. They'll give you your specials.
Really?
Think about it. Just think about it. Oh man, they got shut up last week. I don't know if I'm going. Oh, they got penny drinks. Well, you know what? They probably got more police in the area now. So yeah. Let's go ahead over there.
You a fool.
I know how folks think. How they thinking? They thinking and they drinking, or they not drinking, and that's why they want to go drink.
Well, what do you guys think? Is this an incident that would stop you guys from going out, or are you still enjoying your life? Like, what's going on? Because at the end of the day, like I said, how I look at it is like it's unnecessary violence. Period. Point blank. Somebody had a submachine gun. How the hell do you get a submachine gun?
Actually, you're forgetting one point. There was a couple ghost guns that they're still trying to find. And if y'all don't know what a ghost gun is, it has no markings on it.
No serial numbers.
No serial numbers.
It can't be traced.
Yeah. And they're becoming more and more popular among the street crowd.
Now, how do you sneak all that into a club?
Well, you got to remember, it wasn't necessarily in the club that it happened.
Okay.
So it was kind of like it was an altercation that happened on the way in between going in and out of the club. There's an altercation apparently there. And then what ended up happening, the idiots, because I did find out one thing that's really bugging me, and I was gonna let this go. The one dude literally was released from jail because of COVID. Pretty much. So you remember when they had the overcrowded jail, there were these people, he got released because of COVID, and here he is, he's shooting up a club. Now they're going to use that as an excuse that this is why you should release these criminals from jail. Well, I kind of agree. I mean, if you've got any kind of charge against you that's a violent charge, your ass needs to be in jail. I hate to say this. Hope your ass gets COVID.
Damn, Pocket. And he takes a sip on that.
People are going to hate me for saying it, but put it this way. You were in the street and couldn't do right. You got a second chance. Now you're back.
I think he's not, well, at the end of the day, he's never seeing the light of day anymore.
We're going to see the light through the bars.
If they give him that satisfaction.
Well, you got to think, the light shines in from high. So he's going to have that. That's the only, he's going to have what they call it, the overcast light. I forgot what it's called. You know what I'm talking about, right? Where it just shines in. That's all he's going to have. The only light he's going to see, besides the lights that are in the Bay Area, or whatever you want to call it. So, yeah. Screw you. 7 people that didn't get to go home. Ages 20 and 57. 7 people or 6. Either way, 6 families changed.
And then you got 50-something families that are affected by it because of the shooting itself. Like, enough is enough, folks.
I feel like we keep going back to this. GTA is a game, not life. And people keep doing that. They think it's life. It's a game. It is a game, folks. A game. I never even played it that much. I would play maybe 4 or 5 missions, and I'm like, all right, I'm done with this.
There's too
many fun games out there to play.
Well, not even fun games. I don't even play games like that anymore. I used to be a big 2K fan, Major League Baseball. I don't even play them no more. I can't even remember the last time that I did play one. Well, folks, that's our cue that we need to take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Are you a business owner or someone looking for more ways and avenues to advertise and promote? Look no further. Contact us today for an advertisement. Email PD&J Media Productions LLC at gmail.com for more info. Promotions are everything. What are you waiting for?
Welcome back, folks, to a brand new episode of PD&J What's Good Today. I'm your host, Jay.
I'm your host, Pocket. We were just talking about Sacramento, which I don't want to spend too much time on that.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done bringing it up because there's been a few incidents going on. This is just getting ridiculous, y'all. I'm living my life. Of course, I'm very careful and selective where me and my friends would go. Very careful, very selective. And then if I feel like something's not right, I'll be like, okay, I'll look at my wife, say, all right, it's time to go. And if nobody catches on, nobody catches on. But usually when one of our group goes, everybody goes anyway. So that's always a good sign. But yeah, that's it. I'm done.
Moving on, folks. Now, we're in April, and we know that April is Mental Awareness Month. So I think this would be a.
You know what? This is what I have to deal with. They should have made a different month, mental awareness, because it's also the month of fools. So what are you saying?
That fools need help too, like you.
I ain't no fool. I'm a little cuckoo crazy, but I ain't no fool.
So, anywho, folks, Mental Awareness Month. And when it comes to your mental health, this is a topic that both Pocket and I can actually agree on. There wouldn't be necessarily a debate. It's real. And if you are one that suffers from it, or if you have a family member that does suffer from it, get them as much help as they possibly can, because it's real. And going without treatment and going without help, it
has a trickle down effect.
It has like you said, a trickle down effect, and it affects everybody. It really does. What was you going to say?
No, I was just piggybacking off you on that. As you say, there's the percentage of numbers, especially after this pandemic, is really alarming of how mental health has not been dealt with. I'm going to speak from, and you can speak from this too, from the Black household, where
mental health doesn't exist.
Men in particular, are brought up not to express yourself, not to be able to, you internalize everything. Everything, you internalize it. You have no outlet. So what the hell are you going to do? What are you going to do? How are you going to get this frustration, this anger, this anxiety, all these feelings that you're having? How do you get them out? Well, you got to talk to someone. Or, Black community, y'all know what's usually done. You go down to the quarter liquor store, you'll get the cheapest fifth you can find or the smallest pint you can find, and you just drown your sorrows. You sit there, the guy who would sit there, go again in the neighborhood, hang on the block with everybody else. And hey, my niece is on. Hey, Olivia. You sit there, and it's not good. It's not good to internalize. Find something out. If you've got to find a friend, if you got to find a video game, you've got to find something, do something. Go find a counselor. You ain't no punk for going to see a counselor. You're actually a real man to get the help you need. You're actually a real woman getting the help you need. Black women, you sit there, you've been the backbones for a lot of things, and then you think you got to take that brunt. No, you don't. If you feel you are breaking down mentally, you need help. You need a break. The spa days ain't necessarily going to do it all the time. Getting a massage ain't going to do it. Go talk to somebody. I'm talking about somebody outside of your family that you don't want everybody to know your business. That's the key point, because you tell your close friend, go tell Jaquisha or LaShonda or whoever, and guess what? Now everybody looking at you kind of funny, like, oh, you okay? Huh, baby? I heard you. I understand you might be going through some stuff. Well, how'd you find out?
Well, it's not just that, but it's also, just to piggyback off you saying, that rumor mill doesn't help. It doesn't help the mental psyche either, because at the end of the day, you start feeling even more vulnerable, even more less appreciated, even more like, okay, well, just because I didn't want this person to know, and now they know all my business, I can't even deal with this person no more, and different things of that nature. So there's a lot that goes into it. So I'm not trying to sway anybody from getting help. If anything, I'm trying to push people to get the help of what they need. Like a comment that was made earlier, some don't have that chance. They're institutionalized mentally, and spiritually. I can say that.
Well, here's the thing: you realize I did not mention anything about spiritually. Because remember what we talked about last week? We laughed about it, but there's not many pastors and preachers out there you can trust.
I know there's not any. Well, I would say as many as I can touch or trust is probably one or two, maybe.
And what's bad? It used to be a time where there was a ministry, there was no ministry you could come into that you could not trust. Now it's the total opposite. You can't trust half of them. You don't know who to talk to, because guess what? You tell them your business, they may say something about it
during the sermon of the church, during the Sunday service.
Not mentioning your name, but you know what your situation.
It's crazy. It's just crazy. So
And I don't want to knock in one of our comments, like it says, talk to God. I like to say this. Talk to God or talk to whoever, be it Allah, Jehovah, whoever it is, whoever your higher power, whoever holds reign over your life. Get a connection. Connect to them. If you're, if you don't believe in God, I don't know why I can't think of words today. Well, actually, we know why. But if you have no spiritual connection and you just have an earthly connection, go talk to a counselor. Just get the help you need. Because I think that's what a lot of these mass shootings are about. These people need help mentally.
Yeah. Just like prime example, about a month ago or 2 months ago, the shooting that happened with the police involved where they got ambushed and the baby was involved and everything else like that. I think that was a combination of some frustration that just built up and that top exploded. Now, if he was able to go out and get the help, both of them, if they were able, I don't think that would have happened. I honestly, truly don't think that would have happened.
I am inclined to agree. I am. Because even, I hate to say, the video has been everywhere. I've watched it through TikTok. I watched it on YouTube. I believe that guy and that woman would have gotten the help they needed. Because, like, remember we said earlier, a few shows ago, the pandemic wreaked havoc on a lot of households. We were just blessed to come from households that it did not wreak havoc on.
Oh, it wreaked havoc in my household. We were just strong enough to make it through. We stayed prayed up. Period. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. How about that?
Say it again. I don't think they heard it.
Just for the people in the back that couldn't hear me, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Because you never know when that trying time is going to come. And you always want to be ready for that. They're coming for you.
This comment right here. The world needs holy water. Now, they need a holy flood. You know what? I got an idea. We should build an ark.
Oh, Lord. You're going to be building that ark by yourself.
No, we contracting that bad boy out. We're going to have an ark built. Standing room only.
Standing room only.
Now, the only animals won't be allowed are spiders and snakes, because my wife's afraid of spiders and bugs and all that stuff. Snakes, she can't stand snakes. Actually, no, we can invite spiders and we can get lizards to eat the spider. Well,
no, we're not doing that.
Look, you don't want to be in control of the ark. I'm in control of the ark. I got this.
So, yeah, go ahead. Have him start building that ark for me. Have Noah built the ark so that way we can.
Oh, there we go. Noah. My great nephew Noah. Hey, if you tapped in with your mother, start building. Start with the Legos and let me see what you got. And we'll go from there. Don't worry about him. I'm checking this one out. This is on This is on me. I'm in charge of this one. Now we got to get tickets for that too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, the show would be amazing. Oh, awesome. Awesome.
I hate to say, now to get on the ark, you gotta have something.
Gotta have something to offer. You ain't getting on for free, bro. Ain't getting on for free. Anywho, got one more break. Stay tuned. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, you. Me? Yes, you. Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Hell yeah! GLM Designs can help you with just that. Word? From laptop skins? You lying! Promotional flyers? Yo, son! Promo videos? I need that! OBS Twitch overlays and backgrounds. Hey, yo, let me get that! Professional one-sheets and so much more. Oh my God. Please visit our website, I'm on it right now. GottaLoveMeWorld.com today to check out our designs. Got it! Follow us on social media at Gotta Love Me World. Follow it! GLM Designs are here to take care of all your graphic needs.
Welcome back, folks. Welcome back. Brand new episode of PD&J. What's good today? I am your host, Jay.
I'm your host, Pocket. You know, we were sitting there talking about how my great nephew Noah is going to build an ark. Well, we're going to start with Legos. Actually, I'll put him with PJ, my son, and they can start with the Lego concoction so we can get this approved. Oh, 13 going. Oh, yeah, he got this. All right, he got it. So then we got to come with the whole business plan for that. And we're going to do this because what the world needs now is not love. They need a holy reckoning.
We didn't even get our pirating business off the ground. So what's
We haven't built the ark. Come on, man. Golly. We haven't built the ark. And we use that model to build
Oh my God. I don't know how I deal with that.
Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, oh man. Oh, come on. Y'all gotta help me out here. You don't understand what I'm saying. We can do it all in one shot.
So going on into our sports topic, I want to know, did anybody hear what Pete Carroll said to the NFL, or the letter that Pete Carroll wrote to them?
No, it wasn't a letter. It was a meeting. He didn't write it. It was a meeting that he had with the GMs, and the owners got mad because he said the owners need to change their frame of mind, which I totally agree with it. But here's the thing. He got to practice what he preached, don't he?
That part, I was just going to say.
But, and I will say this thing. His defensive coordinators, 3 out of the last 4 have all been black. But he's never had a black offensive coordinator. So you're saying we're good enough to coach defense, but we don't know nothing about offense?
Now, here's the thing. Everybody says it sounds good and everything else like that till their job is on the table. Or would they be willing to step down to give a minority person or person of color responsibility that's due to them, i.e. a head coach, more head coaching, more GMs, more offensive coordinators, more everything? Do you think that will happen? I don't think so.
Well, now that the NFL mandated, you have to have one minority or female candidate on your team.
But isn't that just another rendition of the Rooney Rule?
No, you have to have one. Everyone has to have one at least on your team in some sort of offensive or defensive assistant capacity. So that's a start, because now you get to see how smart these people are. That's a start.
I think they're going to try to find a way to go around that, though.
There's no way around it. If you look at it, they're going to either lose draft picks or money or both. So if you know how these people are with these damn draft picks, you think they're going to risk it. Speaking of risk it,
like a biscuit.
Shout out to Bruce Arians retiring out of nowhere, some people would say.
Out of nowhere. I don't think that.
I think that was apparently he told Brady when Brady said he was coming back. He'd already told Brady. So the conspiracy. Oh, I said the word again. The conspiracy behind that was that a condition of Brady coming back?
That Bruce Arians retires.
Because think about what Bruce Arians was like. Oh, Brady comes back. He's got to play for Tampa Bay. I don't care what he said. He's got a contract with us. General manager said, "We'll work it out. We'll talk about it." Well, point Brady. Actually, game, set, match Brady. Isn't
so you don't think that Tom Brady and Bruce Arians kind of meshed well?
Honestly, I don't think there's a head coach on this earth that gets along with Tom Brady.
That's interesting.
I just think there was a mutual respect between him and Belichick because, they did it together for so long. There was a respect there. But nobody gets to that. Your best quarterback, the best quarterbacks in the game, if you go back and look, and you can go back and check, they don't really get along with their head coaches. They don't.
They never did.
They don't.
Like Brett Favre, one of the greatest quarterbacks to play the game.
I was going to say, actually, there's one exception. I forgot. There's one exception. Of course, one exception every rule. Peyton Manning. He got along with everybody.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Well, it's even the coaches that come out and said it. Because matter of fact, he was mad when Jim Caldwell got fired. He was upset. He was like, I don't understand that. He says, I don't understand why Caldwell doesn't have offensive position. Same thing with Andrew Luck. He said the same thing. So, again, NFL, it's a whole lot. We know it goes on. It's a whole lot. I mean, we got to try to decipher everything that goes on. I mean, we know you guys care more about the product on the field than the players, and actually the people that the players hurt or affected. There's a history of it.
Well, as of now, there's 3 black NFL coaches?
You got Bowles, Lovie Smith, the dude that got out from San Francisco somewhere. This is how much I have not been paying attention on purpose. On purpose. Mike Tomlin. So it's 4. It's 4.
It's 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 4. Black or my. Well, 5, you want to say Saleh because he's a minority. So it's 5 minority coaches, 4 black.
Well, folks, what do you guys think about what's going on in sports? What else you got for us for sports?
Oh. Baseball starts this week.
Baseball's back. You going to any games?
I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
I think I might go catch a couple of games.
I'm thinking about it.
I think, yeah.
I haven't done my annual Father's Day game in a while. I used to do that every year. Go to the stadium with Father. That's always fun.
Yeah. What do you got to win? I know you're a Baltimore Orioles fan, but we know what's going to happen with your team.
You know what? I'm going to call it. Orioles in playoffs.
Wow. If that's the case, then the Diamondbacks are going to the playoffs.
We got a better farm system than y'all.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
No, you don't.
We got 4 of the top 100. And how many y'all have? 1? And 2 of them are supposed to come out this year.
We're still going to have a better record than you.
Oh, no. We can start like we did last year? No, I'm not going to say that. We started last year with a sweep of the Yankees.
Are you calling that again this year?
We don't play the Yankees to open up on them.
Oh, okay.
They're lucky.
Well, still,
They're lucky. They scared.
You calling them a sweep?
They scared. Yankees are scared. Yankees are scared of the Orioles. That's just like somebody saying Mufasa. Ooh.
And that's the part of the service, folks. Nah, I'm playing.
But no, you know what? Baseball is you know what? Speaking of sports, money's getting them. Leave my Orioles alone.
No, they suck.
Says the Diamondback fan.
Hey, I'm a Diamondback fan just because they're here, but by heart, I'm a Yankees fan. Let's be clear.
That's even worse. Think about it.
Okay.
They're picked to win every year. They can't get past the playoffs. Oh, you didn't ask me. I'm sorry. My pick for winning. So, I mean, on paper, let's look at this. The Dodgers look very dominant. I mean, top to bottom.
For the past 3 years, they've been dominant.
But they added another piece.
Yes, they did.
Another piece. But I'm going to pick a sleeper. The other New York team.
You're going with the Mets?
Yeah.
Man, you know what? That's not a bad pick. And that's honestly what made me a Yankees fan because my grandfather is a Mets fan.
Oh yeah. Hence in my house, my dad was a Redskins fan, and I ended up being a 49er fan because I couldn't stand the Skins.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What do they call it? The Commanders.
Yeah, that's going to be so weird calling them that this year. I'm still calling them the football team. But anywho,
I actually know what we're gonna do.
The Mets aren't a bad pick.
No, I'm calling this this year, and this is recorded. This year, every time he doesn't call them the Commanders, and I call them the Redskins, we got to take shots.
Not on there. We can't do that. We'll lose our sponsors.
I didn't say shots of what? See, there you go. You assuming I said alcohol. I said shots. That could be apple juice. That could be orange juice. That could be water. That could be zero sugar iced tea. It could be iced tea. It could be anything. Shots of whipped cream, Cool Whip. Shots of Lulu Stacy Treats. Because she made some lemon bars. Oh, never mind. There's no more lemon bars. They disappeared.
So you bring it up for what?
Huh? What?
If you can hum, you can hear.
So what?
Get out of here.
I mean, it's some Wi-Fi interference going on in the studio today.
Go put your helmet on.
It's not going to help. It ain't going to help. It's not going to help.
Anywho. So, yeah, I think the Mets are, as far as how far they were going back to what we were talking about, the Mets aren't a bad pick. Mets aren't a bad pick at all.
It's American League. I kind of want to say White Sox. I do want to say the White Sox. That's always been one of my favorite.
Really?
Those have been one of my favorite teams. Frank Thomas. I was always a Frank Thomas fan. Frank Thomas, and of course, the greatest basketball player of all time, played for him too. But he didn't make it to the majors. He would have. They said the next year if he would have kept playing. That's an indictment on how good. Getting somewhat.
I tried tickets. No, we're not getting tickets to the games with raffle off. Unless you're in the Arizona area, then we might be able to work out something.
Oh, we still on sports, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
We're still on sports, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
I have to say, we still on sports.
Go for it, man.
This week, we got two big fights. Triple G gets Ryota Murata in Japan.
Not interested. Next fight.
Oh, I definitely want to see that one. The Triple G could lose. This dude, Murata. All I have to say, go look at Murata's fights on YouTube.
Yeah, I know that.
And he's a beast.
And
he's a beast. And he can beat Triple G. Now, the other fight is Ryan Garcia against I forgot his name. This African dude who's a beast too, who I think Ryan Garcia could lose to. I don't even like that kid. I hope he loses. I really do. It's just something about him.
For some reason, a lot of the boxing events that's been going on over the past couple months hasn't really interested me to even watch to begin with.
Because you're not as hardcore about it as I am. You got to understand.
Yeah.
What? I ain't wearing no Yankee shirt and hat. That would make me break out. Oh, my God. No.
Make you do the hallelujah dance.
No, it won't. It'll break me out. I'll end up in the hospital. I need some Benadryl or Benabills.
Olivia, come get your uncle.
No, I can't do that, girl.
And make sure you wrap them in a Yankees jacket.
That's like my wife will tell you, I will not wear the colors black and yellow together.
See, and see, your niece has common sense. She got sense. The boxing matches.
She got sense.
Yeah, she got a lot of sense. She said it. The boxing matches have been trash lately.
There's been a few, I will agree, there's been a few that have been trash.
Recently.
Being a hardcore fan that I am impressed because the good matches that we want are getting made. Now, matches that are getting made, like we got like April, May, June, we are hitting the hot spot of boxing right now. You got Shakur Stevenson coming up.
That's the fight I want to see.
That's what the fight everybody want to see. Him and Valdez going at it.
For the belt too? Oh, yeah.
And then you got
now I hope that fight is actually entertaining.
Oh, it's going to be.
Because there's a difference when you put a fight on paper, it looks good, but then the fight itself is trash. You've seen it.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. But you know what? What I was mad last week, which this is an indictment on the United States of Americans. Because we are cans and cannot. And I could not watch Savannah Marshall's fight. Because I wanted to see, because Clarissa Shields was there. Because that's going to be the fight to watch.
When is she fighting again, bro?
They're supposed to fight, I think, in July. They haven't necessarily signed it, but that's going to be one to watch.
Yeah.
Because they don't like each other. And Savannah Marshall is the only person to beat her. However, she was 17 when she fought her. Meaning Clarissa Shields was only 17 when she fought Savannah Marshall. And she's been bitter to get back at her. And that's going to be a fight that we're going to see.
Now, when they book that fight, I definitely want to go and see that.
We may even stream for that fight. We may even stream because that's one of those fights that's once in a lifetime. Another one, the rematch. I'm sorry, not the rematch. The Kambosos and Devin Haney fight. That's another going to be a good one. Now, Devin Haney to me is not an action-oriented fighter. He's very smart. He's a very defensive fighter. But I like the way he fights. And I think he has some dog in him, and this may be the time we see that dog. Because after this, he's going up in weight. I think that's because people call him pillow fist because he didn't have many knockouts. But he's a smart fighter. He's a smart fighter.
How many people want to see the Shakur Stevenson fight? Just by and that fight's in May, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's either May or end of April. Let's it's either one. There's like I said, there's so many going on.
Well, folks, I want to thank you guys for joining us. We have one more commercial break to take right before we give you guys our closing arguments. We'll be right back.
Who's ready for some fun? Who enjoys a podcast where the host speaks about what's on their minds and doesn't hold back? PD&J What's Good Today is an open format podcast hosted by Pocket and J-Dub the King. Let's talk about sports, let's talk about music, let's just have an interesting conversation. If you have any topics for us to discuss, email pdnjmediaproductionsllc@gmail.com. Tune in to PD&J What's Good Today every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Facebook and YouTube Live at J-Dub the King.
We're back. It's hot in here. So we've been, this Pocket and Jay come. What's good today? What we were talking about is a hot subject called boxing. Now, you're hot. Because it's 90 some degrees here in Arizona, so it is steamy.
A little crispy, crunchy.
But you know what? Now, getting back, we were talking about the Stevens and Valdez fight. So we just confirmed it's April 30th. April 30th. That's going to be a fight to see. Now, here's a comment that I do like that came up. Says boxing is not the same anymore. You're right. Now, depending on who you talk to, they will tell you that Mayweather was good for boxing. What do I always say? I'll let you say. What do I say about that?
I'll let you say it.
He wasn't. He was good. Now, Pretty Boy was good for boxing. Money was not. Why do I say that? Because he made it look fancy that, if you stay undefeated, that makes you the best in the world. It doesn't. Because who does everybody consider the greatest of all time?
Muhammad Ali.
And that's debatable. That is debatable.
And Muhammad Ali was before my time. But at the same token, you could put up there your Mike Tyson. Some people want to say that Evander Holyfield.
Roy Jones?
Roy Jones. I don't know. I don't know about Roy Jones.
Now, here's the reason why. They put Roy Jones. They put Pacquiao. They put all of them up there because Roy Jones, how many weight classes did he go through and cleaned them out? 3. Light heavyweight, cruiserweight,
Middleweight,
middleweight, light heavyweight, cruiserweight, heavyweight. Remember, he was a heavyweight champion.
Huh. Okay, I stand corrected. Just this one time.
So now here's my debate, and some people are not going to like this. I don't put Tyson up there. I don't put Tyson up there because you look at it, when he got into an A-list fight,
he fell.
He could not finish the way he should have the B and C-list fighters. Now, mind you, people want to say, well, Michael Spinks was no. Michael Spinks was scared before he stepped in the damn ring.
Because I was running before he got hit.
Larry Holmes, he was past his prime when Tyson fought him. So, that's what I say about that. Now, Mayweather, he showed you. Now, here's the thing, he showed you. Defense can help you win. He did show you that because he was a pot shooter. And what he did, which is smart, is something Devin Haney does. He'll jab, and hit to the body. And why does he do that? He wants to make sure you can't get your shot off. He hits you in the body to keep you away. Genius move. Because guess what? If you can't get to me, you can't hit me. Unlike Shane Mosley, who rocked him, and if he could have just kept going. I don't know what happened in that fight. People say he threw the fight. I don't know.
Bernard Hopkins needs to sit down.
I didn't even mention him.
Bernard Hopkins, please, if you're listening, Bernard, just leave the ring, leave the gloves in the ring. It's over, bro. It's over. It's over.
You had your time. Yeah. B-Hop, take a seat. Yeah. I'm not even going to touch on that subject. Now, what's good for boxing, and people are going to hate me saying this one, another controversial, Jake Paul. Why? Does anybody know why I say that?
No, I don't care. See, our camera went out when you said Jake Paul, so our camera don't even like him.
I didn't say I liked him. I said he's good for boxing. There's a difference. The reason why I say that, if you look at it, he's bringing people that don't even pay attention to the sport into the sport. Yeah, it's a Hollywood show. He's a social media superstar. And does he have talent? Yeah, he's okay. against retired UFC fighters. But at the same time, think about it. His shows are always sold out. Always sold out. Why? Because people want to see him get knocked out because of his mouth. I watch it because I want to see him get knocked out. And he comes out on top every time.
But just like our comment, he hasn't fought any real fighters.
That's not the point. He's bringing eyes to boxing. That's what I'm saying.
So when he actually fights a real boxer,
that's now you guys mentioned that, he may be fighting Tommy Fury. He may fight who your oh my gosh, Cesar Chavez Jr., who I think is the worst junior in the world when it comes to boxing. I'm going to just put that out there because he has, even his father said, if you don't commit to this sport, it's not going to commit to you. It's not for you. He told his own son that during a telecast because he lost to I can't think of his name. UFC fighter.
Tyron Woodley? No.
He lost to from Brazilian fighter. I can't believe it. Either way, he was one of the greatest middleweight champions in UFC history, and he went to boxing because he knocked out Tito Ortiz, which that was hilarious. That was the funniest thing I've seen in my life. But it'll come to me. But he was one of my favorite UFC fighters. I can't remember his name. I don't know. Y'all have to forgive me. My brain is just not where it usually is. But yeah. So now Jake Paul gets in the ring with him. That might be a good fight. But also, there's the thing about him and Tommy Fury having bad blood about maybe getting in the ring together, which I hope that happens. Then we'll get to see him in with a boxer.
How long do you think is before we actually see the Paul brothers actually fight somebody? And I mean somebody, not one of these.
Well, we say Jake Paul fights somebody because Logan Paul did get in the ring and get knocked out and got held up by Mayweather, which we watched that and we saw him get knocked out and Mayweather held him up and shook him.
That was funny.
So it is what it is. Now, hottest boxer out right now, people will debate. They'll say Canelo. They will say Terrence Crawford.
I would say Terrence Crawford. I'm hopping off the Canelo bandwagon, bro.
I'm not.
Why
am I going to hop off the now going back up to light heavyweight to get try and get another title? He put his biggest test is coming up.
We'll see. He got a fight coming up. What?
May 6th.
Yeah, we'll see.
May 7th, May 6th, somewhere around that weekend. Cinco de Mayo weekend.
Yeah.
He's fighting Dimitri Bivol, and that's going to be a slobber knocker, folks. Because Bivol ain't no slouch. Now Crawford, I like him too. But my thing is, if I look at the level of competition he's fought, the only notable fighter that he showed off against was his last one, Sean Porter. Now, I'm not saying who he fought was no good. I'm saying the notable. He fought a washed-up Amir Khan. And I will say Khan was washed up. And you can't say that he wasn't. Go back and look at it. Khan, that was.
I'll give you that because that fight, I remember that fight. I actually was going for Amir Khan during that fight, and I lost.
Well, I don't bet against Crawford. I don't do it. Now, when he gets.
So, are you saying Crawford's like the new Money Mayweather?
No.
Where you
Crawford stops people. Him? Crawford stops people.
But I'm saying though, like, is he the new Mayweather where it's like you just don't bet against him?
Actually, I'll say yeah. I'll say that, yeah. Because a lot of people don't want to get now. My next up-and-coming boxer doesn't have a belt yet. He's in the same division. Boots. Ennis. That's a dangerous man. He's a switch hitter just like Crawford. You knock you over the left hand, the right hand, right hook. It don't matter. He's a beast. And what's funny is none of the champions really want to risk it against him. Even my boy Errol Spence doesn't want to risk it against him right now. Eventually, I do understand that Errol Spence, once I get all these belts, we'll see. But he's talking about he may move up. So
we'll see. Well, folks, it's been a great episode today of PD&J Was Good Today. Anytime anybody wants to be a special guest or they want to be able to promote or advertise or market their business or product, definitely hit us up, info@pdandjmediaproductions.com. We do get all your requests. We thank you for all the comments that came in. That lets us know that you guys really are enjoying our content here and what we got to say. Now, definitely, we do take donations as well. We have our Cash App handle at the bottom of the screen right there, $ PD&J Media. So show some love, show some support. We definitely do appreciate that. So to all that's out there, we'll see you next week. You guys have a great night and see you next Wednesday.